Men who were guttural, the lyrics emphasize death, destruction, and defiance. And you may be surprised to know that Tampa Bay is the death metal capital of the world. Dave Wagner joins us now with part 2 of this series. David?
Cheryl, somewhere in a Tampa Bay nightclub tonight, the barking and growling of death metal can be heard. The music combines headlines and horror films, fact and fantasy. It's bizarre, and it's becoming a big business right here in Tampa Bay.
Right now I don't see any demons flying around, and I don't see Satan. Yeah, pigeons. But I don't see Satan coming out, and I don't see hell bubbling underneath.
Drawn to play this kind of music. It starts when we record our first EP, which is called Bestial Devastation, and then we start to send to magazines and to people from outside Brazil. They start to send us stuff back, like tape traders and these kind of people, and fanzine, small fanzine underground.
It would be very limited, you know. I mean, we're going to try to think of any ideas we can and branch off from that best as we can. We're just like, every album we're trying to just make another horror flick, you know. And we're not going to try to do what they did with Friday the 13th and just, you know, keep repeating. We won't do that. We'll change, you know, anything we can to make it sound better. It doesn't really have to, we don't really have to sing about death, I don't think, to be a death metal band, because the sound is basically what gives a death metal band its qualities, I think. Not the
It started with, I think, heavier music in general has really gotten a kick. I think people are getting bored with one thing and moving on to the next. A few years ago, thrash was really big, and you know, if 10 years ago someone would have said Metallica is going to be on a major label and they're going to sell millions of records, everybody would have said, well, you know, what a joke. But it's happened. Slayer is now very big.
What about influences, Dave, music-wise?
The theme to Ant and the Aardvark.
Bugs Bunny?
Beethoven and Scott Carlson.
Oh, Hellhammer, definitely. Celtic Frost, Bugs Bunny, Screwy Squirrel, Tex Avery, H.P. Lovecraft, Tom Savini.
I just had this weird feeling that we weren't going to get Cowsills or the Monkees for an answer out of these guys.
important is it for you to play in this band?
I was wondering, seems to that record you kind of cut away a lot of the death metal trappings and gone for more like punk, hardcore feel. Do you think that was sort of helped set you apart a little bit?
I don't know, that's not the point really. I still think we're death metal though, like total death metal, but in our own way, you know. And if we did set ourselves apart,
and also a track from the record Soon to Be Dead, as well as I made a video clip for, as will be quite heavy, you know, with Jesus and everything in it. Well, you know, wearing blood on the back cover was just a thing for the picture, you know. It had nothing with an image to do. We're not an image band, but we want a certain outlook sometimes. And well, I think blood was just, you know, opportunity for us to try some new pictures, do something more new for us, not just line 5 guys up, you know, to a wall and picture them.
Florida. I'm 23, play guitar, and on the new Cancer album. I got involved with Cancer actually through, we met each other through the last band I was in, Obituary. We did a European UK tour and we played a show together in London, and Cancer opened the show for us. And also, I live about 30 minutes away from the studio where Cancer has recorded their most recent album, and I was in the studio right at the time that I got out of Obituary, and I previously knew the guys in the band because of the tour and because the studio is only 30 minutes away from my house and I go there often. So they asked me to record the solos on the record as soon as
instead of life after death, it's life.
The universe and yourself, not fucking bullshit gods. You're good dudes about that. That's basically what a lot of our lyrics are about. You know, we have Immense Malignancy, which is about like in Florida, it's basically a rot-away camp. You know, all the old people go there and just rot. You know, not that I have anything against old people, but it's just about, you know, a lot of times you'll be driving in the street and, you know, there's a speed limit and these people go 50 miles an hour. You hit a turn, you're going 65, death, you know. And it's, you know, it's just so, it's so sad that it has to happen. Some people are just fucking decrepit.
It's up Florida, everybody up north moves down to Florida, you know. When they get old, all the old people come down to Florida because it's too cold up north for their old bones and shit, so they come down to Florida to hang. And they end up staying there and they croak, you know, and it's just like a fucking rot-away camp, you know.
Create the most evilest music and to gain entrance into the seven gates of hell.
So a concert is an act of worship for you?
Not exactly. It's a focal point to express my Satanism.
Do you believe in demonic possession?
Well, of course.
Are you possessed?
A lot of people, might dismiss them as being gore if you were to read the song titles. If you took it for face value, a lot of people might think, oh, it's just another gore type thing, but there's actually a lot more thought and time put into it. I'm like the chief lyricist of the band, and a lot of things I write about deal with actual, human abnormalities. A lot of stuff that a lot of people maybe don't know about and probably wouldn't even want to think about, but it's just something that I guess I kind of, I wouldn't say glorify, but it's just something that...
He was in the band Agoraphobia. Of course, you always know it could be better, but it's just like, I think on a whole, we're definitely happy with it. It has, a different production than most stuff out there, and I think it's got a lot of feeling to it, and that's what we wanted, so, definitely happy with it.
I get so much of a variety of different sounds from one studio. So many bands are going there. One producer. Exactly. We're using the same producer. So we wanted to do something different, it was just our choice. We had the choice and we chose to do something different. We wanted a different sound, a different feeling, a different everything, So that's pretty much what we got, The lyrics touch on everything.
people that are into the heavier thrash stuff that, you know, like grindcore too. So it's kind of like a crossover type thing. But I think generally a lot of people that would listen to like Metallica and stuff aren't into grindcore yet here. But over in Europe, like, you know, your whole crowd will be always just into grindcore. You know, they're all like death metal crowds and stuff like that.
It's Michigan Death Fest number 3, and we are hanging out with So what's up, guys? You just got off stage, did some serious annihilation on the crowd. Michigan Death Fest 3, Detroit. What'd you think, brother? The
crowd was awesome. Pure energy.
Now you guys just got signed here. What tell people here? Give the brief history and tell them about the new deal.
Well, us 3 are brothers. Me, Mark, Mike, Scott. Then we added Billy, our lead guitarist, recently to record our full-length album for Red Light Records. And it's going to be out in March. It's called Bleed For Us To Live.
Sweet. So you got some major distribution going out for this?
Called Pungent Stench. They call it death metal music. The lyrics designed to shock, glorify murder and sexual mutilation. The music is in fact banned in Australia. The group's CDs are listed as prohibited imports. But as Lincoln Howes reports tonight, the CDs may be banned, but the band can still perform here live. And they will again this weekend.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are Pungent Stench from Austria.
Welcome to the world of death metal music. A world of mayhem, murder, and sexual mutilation. It's all in the music, and the fans lap it up.
It's another side of
This hour, we'll explore the dangers and desires that your children come in contact with every day.
Our first story deals with a subculture of heavy metal music that some feel is sending a dangerous message to your kids. It's been associated with satanic worship, suicide, and animal sacrifice. But is death metal music just hype or something that could actually hurt your kids? Terry Willesee reports on the new wave of bands that may be teaching your children to have sympathy for the devil.